All right, babe, let's get one thing straight. This is real and raw relationships where we don't sugarcoat shit. And I sure as hell won't let you hide behind your fucking excuses. And I'm sure you're wondering, well, who the fuck are you anyway, right? Well, glad you asked. I'm Angela, a no fluff, call it like I see it relationship coach. I am founder of the 8-week Real and Raw Relationship Reset and that sassy, no BS bestie with the unapologetic voice you didn't know you needed in your life. So do me a favor. I want you to ask yourself, are you tired of feeling stuck in the same cycles and patterns? Maybe you're wondering why your relationships feel like a constant battlefield, right? Whether it's with your partner, your friends, even your own damn self or your kids, right? That constant, I'm fine, but you aren't fine, especially not when you're alone, right? That's when you really, really feel alone. Well, guess what? We're about to go there. Your patterns, your baggage, your fear of rejection. Yeah, babe, we are dragging all of it into the light. Just like that. This isn't your cookie cutter feel good advice about just communicate better, right? Nah, we're diving into the messy shit, the fear, the limiting beliefs, what holds you back, your triggers, and that voice in your head that keeps whispering, you aren't enough. But tell me, I want you to tell me, you fucking are good enough. That's what we do here. You fucking are. So get ready. Get ready to get real and raw because I'm here to call you out. I'm here to lift you up and show you how to stop faking I'm fine and start building relationships that actually feel intimate and connected as fuck. This is your no BS guide to ditching toxic patterns, owning your worth, and stepping into the badass, confident, connected version of you that you've secretly been craving. So get ready. Get ready for tough love. No filter. Raw truth bombs. And maybe even a few laughs, okay? And let's fucking go!
Welcome to the carnival. I'm the ringleader now. Won't hear a sound at all. It's out. Bury you 6 feet underground.
Hey, babe. All right. So let's skip the small talk, okay? Because if you're here, I already know that you're craving more, right? I already know that you desire something, right? You're desiring more connection, more clarity, more fucking you. Who are you, right? So today we're going to talk about one of the most intense programs for relationships out there today. It's my program. I'm talking about my Real and Raw Relationship Reset. This is the program that I built out of my own rock bottom moments, the shit I learned the hard way as a mom, partner, frankly, as a woman who lost herself trying to be everything for everyone else all the fucking time. I'm sure you've tried everything, right? Like you've tried books, podcasts, journaling, affirmations, workshops, that self-love bubble baths, right? But here you are. So you're obviously missing something, right? You're stuck in the same patterns, same heartbreaks, same damn self-doubt. It's like Groundhog Day, but for your soul. You're like, damn it, not again, right? Your relationships, they're still messy. Your confidence, fucking shaky as fuck, right? Deep down, you're exhausted from holding it all together all the time. I know you're tired of that fake, fluffy, feel-good shit, right? Where you say a chant or you recite some empowering quotes and you're good for, maybe an hour? Then you're spiraling and you're back in that same pattern where you're overanalyzing, feeling defensive, you're on edge and you're like, what is wrong with me? Right? Emotionally drained, lack of motivation to do things. I did that. And where it can be nice, and both of us know it doesn't last. So for my real and raw relationship reset, I don't do fluffy feel good shit. We don't do that. This is 8 weeks of tearing down the walls that are keeping you stuck. And by the end of the episode, you'll know exactly why this program will change your life and why you're ready for that change. And if you're actually being honest with yourself, you don't just want change, you crave it. You're dying for that aha moment where it finally fucking clicks, where you're no longer reacting to your past, but you're rebuilding your future. Built by you, not by everyone else who's told you who you should be or who's acceptable that you are, right? And no, you're not here by accident, so stop telling yourself that. You didn't click on this because your relationships are thriving, your confidence is sky high, and life feels like a fucking fairy tale. No, you're here because just something feels off. You feel off. Am I right? Maybe you keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners, or your friendships are one-sided and they're draining. You're like, why don't they ever give to me? I always give to them. Or maybe it's you. You don't trust yourself. You overthink everything. Deep down, you're terrified that you're the problem. So here's the thing. Let me tell you something. No one else will. It's not them. It's you. You are the problem. That's the best fucking news because it means you've got the power to fix it instead of trying to fix everyone else. It's already yours. You just need the tools to make it happen, girl. So today we're getting into what it really takes to reset your relationships, starting by resetting the relationship you have with yourself. This is the real and raw relationship reset, babe. We're going deep. We're ripping off the Band-Aid. And we are not holding back, okay? So let me ask you something. Are you exhausted from overthinking every text, every silence, every argument? You're refreshing their last text, analyzing every emoji, convincing yourself they're about to ghost you. Are you reliving that fight you had with them last week for the 10th fucking time? Are you the one who bends over backward for your friends, your partner, your kids? But it feels all invisible, right? Because no one ever shows up for you the way you show up for them. Do you say yes when you want to scream no just to keep the fucking peace because you can't handle it? Or maybe you're the ice queen, the emotionally checked out bitch, calling it independence when really you're just terrified to let anyone in. You're practically Elsa convincing yourself you don't need anyone, but secretly crying in your car because you feel so fucking alone. And let's not forget my martyrs out there. Oh my God, so self-sacrificing, right? You're doing everything for everyone else, but no one ever shows up for you. And you're pissed, but you'd rather die than admit it out loud. You know I'm fucking right. Maybe you're like I was. Angry as fucking hell, snapping at your kids, shutting down with your partner, and then crying alone in your car because you hate the way you're showing up. Why is everybody so mean to me, right? Does that sound familiar? I know it fucking does, okay? I am telling you, I have been there. My members now have been there. Hell, I lived there. I was the founder and CEO of there. It fucking sucks to play all of those roles. It's so exhausting, right? Babe, I see you because I was you. My relationships used to be a disaster. I felt like a fraud as a mom because I was so burnt out that I couldn't even be present with my kids. I'd pick fights with my partner because it was easier to push him away than to admit how scared I was of being hurt. And don't even get me started on my fucking friendships. Good God, I was the ride or die friend who dropped everything for everyone else. But the second I needed support, fucking crickets. Where the fuck is everybody when I need them, right? It all boiled down to one thing that I refused to admit. I didn't trust or love or even know myself. And because I didn't trust myself, I couldn't trust anyone else either. My relationships weren't just broken. They were a reflection of the mess I felt inside my soul. Come on, I know you feel that inside, that pulling energy, but I'm sure you're fucking fighting that shit hard as hell, even right now, right? Maybe I should watch something else. I don't know. This is making me feel uncomfortable. It is about feeling comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. Also, I'm a firm believer that the best way to tell you that what no one else will is that you don't need another how-to book or Pinterest quote. I tell you like it is. And what it is that you need to stop pretending that everything is fine and face your shit. If it was easy, everyone would fucking do it. And in case you're wondering, that's what this program is all about. It's raw, it's uncomfortable, and it's exactly what you need to finally break this cycle, even if you don't think you do. You know, when I hit rock bottom, I thought I was broken. I was in a relationship where I felt invisible, constantly questioning my worth, chasing validation, walking on eggshells because I was too scared to speak my truth, speak what the fuck I even knew, right? Because I didn't even know myself. So I'm like, I don't know. And don't even get me started on the guilt. I was a mom who couldn't be present because I was so damn overwhelmed, and I felt guilty about everything. Woe is me. I'm the problem. It's me. Like the song, right? I was burnt out. I was angry. Honestly, I didn't even like myself, but I kept telling myself I was fine. You know that lie, right? The I'm fine mask we wear because admitting we're feeling feelings is scary. And heaven forbid we make someone else uncomfortable with our emotions, right? But here's the thing, okay? One day, something clicked. I realized I wasn't fine. I was living in my own self-inflicting misery and insanity over and over again, right? Where you're trying and wanting and needing to change, but getting the same damn results. I was stuck in survival mode, clinging to old wounds and patterns that weren't serving me anymore. But I was too stubborn to fucking fix it. I wanted that quick fix and to just have someone do it for me. And babe, just so we're clear, that realization, I know it was terrifying, but it was also the moment I decided to change everything, because we all have an opportunity to change until we're dead. So it took me years of research, programs, and then more research and more programs and a lot of fucking trial and error. And what next? What next? Right? I had to learn all the ways of doing it wrong and beat myself to the core so that I could rise like a fucking phoenix that rose out of the ashes with unfuckwithable confidence. So here's the thing. I know your past is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. The shame, guilt, the gaslighting, the heartbreak. You didn't ask for any of it, but it all shaped you. And now it's running the show, aka your life, because you refuse to accept any of it. But you can't heal what you refuse to see. That's why the real and raw relationship reset isn't about fluff. It's about ripping off the Band-Aid, looking at the wound, and doing the messy, beautiful work of healing it. So let's go over what exactly is this program, like in depth, right? Because people give like little snippets here and there, but you got to sign up for this and you got to do this. No. Let's first just talk about what week by week we talk about. First, we have week 1, disconnection to self-awareness. So this is where you stop running from yourself, okay? This first week is going to be all about you being so busy checking boxes for everyone else that you can't even answer the question, what do you want? Right? You're burnt out, you're overwhelmed, and you're blaming everyone else. You're snapping at your kids for asking simple questions or spiraling because your partner didn't text back fast enough for you, right? Why? Because you're so damn disconnected from yourself that everything feels like a threat and feels like someone's out to get you, essentially, right? And no, you don't need more coffee or vacation, right? You need to reconnect with you. And this week, you pull back the layers of disconnected self-awareness, core wounds, and burnout and wake up. Like, wake the fuck up, okay? That means no more autopilot. Because after you do this program, you're not going to want to go on autopilot. You're going to crave more. I guarantee it. Okay. So then is week 2, where we have shadows, shame, and owning your truth. Basically, you're facing the mess that is your life. The mess is like your ugly thoughts that you shove down. Okay. The guilt you have every time you yell, the shame you feel whenever you stay in or return to toxic relationships, or that fear inside that you're a shitty fucking parent or a shitty fucking friend, right? That's all your shadows, babe, and it's not going anywhere and will only get harder to hide from and block until you actually own it, okay? And if you don't think you have that, how many times do you overcompensate as being the perfect partner, the perfect friend, and the perfect mom, while inside you're silently resenting everyone for not appreciating you? No matter how much they tell you they do, you know they don't, right? In your mind. So I'm sorry, not sorry. But that's your guilt, okay? It's your guilt and shame. It's running the show. So in other words, we're going to be digging and dragging those shadows into the light, owning them. And then we're going to work on not shaming or guilting or blaming ourselves and pushing them back in, okay? Because what you won't own is going to control you, okay? Like it's been doing already. And it's going to wreck your relationships also, like it's been doing, or rather you've been doing to it, right? And then is week 3. Now, week 3 is ego, inner child, and facing fear, where you tear down the walls. So FYI, your ego isn't just some cocky attitude, okay? It's armor that you actually wear to protect yourself from getting hurt. We all have one. And your inner child, she's screaming for the love and safety and belonging she didn't get when she was younger and still isn't getting because you refuse to address that she exists. And if you don't believe me, how many times do you shut down emotionally when your partner brings up hard topics? Because conflicts, they feel like personal attacks and like they don't respect you, right? So you're like, I don't want to talk about this. You're disrespecting me, but you can't fucking talk about it, right? Or you could be the one who over-explains everything, hoping they'll finally understand you, but you end up emotionally dumping all your shit on anyone who'll listen, even if it's the kid's school teacher or your significant other. This is where we break down why you've decided to make everyone your own personal unpaid fucking therapist. So in this week, we're really working on calming your ego, comforting your inner child, and facing your fear of vulnerability so you can stop shutting people out or clinging to them like the lead role in Katy Perry's song, right? You're like hot then cold, yes then no. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, okay, I digress. Then is week 4. It is your limiting beliefs, archetypes, and attachment styles. Dun, dun, dun. This is where we work on breaking those patterns, okay? We have to own them, and then we can start breaking them, right? Because you can't work on anything you don't understand. So this is where we find out the story you've been telling yourself, okay? Is love really just hard? Or have you fucking made it hard? Are you too much? Or are you allowing yourself to be guilty by yourself? Are you not enough, or are you bursting with potential and are more than you ever thought you were or could be? Are you being held hostage in your relationships, or are you holding yourself hostage by your own bullshit, lies, and excuses? Maybe you keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners because you believe deep down that you have to earn love. I need to earn it. I can't just get something. You always give, right? You give gifts because you want to show your love, but really, you just can't accept that you are worthy of love. Maybe you're the emotionally unavailable one. And maybe you're stuck in fix-it mode because your archetype, the caregiver, says it's your job to save everyone else while you bleed out and you're this self-sacrificing for this one sacrifice that amounts to absolutely nothing, okay? I'm sacrificing that for nothing. It's not for souls. It's not for anything. It's for nothing. So in other words, this is the week where we're smashing limiting beliefs, exposing your survival roles like the ice queen or the people pleaser, and unpacking your attachment styles so that you can finally break the fucking cycle. And then we reach the halfway point. And you're probably like, you start getting more triggered this time. That's wonderful because week 5 is about trust, intuition, and self-sabotage. So you learn to stop betraying yourself and you start learning to become intimate with yourself. And look, I know you say you don't trust anyone, okay? Especially yourself. But is that your gut talking or is that your fear of failing or being hurt? By the way, there's a difference between those two, and it's called intuition versus triggers, aka the killer of your fucking relationships. So an example is you assume your partner is cheating because they're acting different. Was that intuition or a trigger from your fucking ex? Or you sabotage good relationships by pulling away before they can hurt you. And all you have to do is brush it off by blaming their lack of texting. They're the problem. They're obviously the problem, right? So week 5, you're rebuilding trust, starting with learning how to trust yourself. And then you're learning how to spot the difference between intuition and triggers, right? Stop betraying yourself by letting fear win. And then you start becoming emotionally intimate. You learn to be intimate in so many ways, physically, sexually, emotionally, intimate with yourself. And then we don't stop there because then we go boundaries, negotiables versus non-negotiables, and communication in week 6. So this is where you're beginning to reclaim your fucking voice. And just so we're all aware, boundaries aren't about being a fucking bitch. They're about protecting your peace. If you don't have clear boundaries, how the fuck is anyone supposed to know that you needed space before you exploded? Or how about when you say yes to hosting family dinners that you hate because you're scared of disappointing people? Or you stay silent when your partner crosses a line, hoping they'll magically get it and read your mind like a witch? Or you say, oh no, that guy's just, he doesn't have his shit together, but you can't even fucking describe what not having your shit together is. This is why this week we're building boundaries that don't feel like walls. You're identifying your negotiables versus your non-negotiables, and you're teaching yourself how to communicate like the badass you fucking already are. So this means that you're going to learn how to not be passive aggressive anymore. You're not going to be in that bullshit or have those silent treatment issues. Right. Okay, sorry. Absolutely love the last two, okay? Vulnerability, emotional availability, and regulation. This is where we open the damn door wide open, okay? Now, I know you say you want intimacy, but you and I both know that you keep slamming the door on it. Vulnerability scares the hell out of you, doesn't it? I bet it does. That's why you avoid deep conversations by cracking jokes, changing the subject, or you lash out emotionally because you never learn how to sit with your feelings and you call it being tough, right? Week 7 is incredibly hard. We are learning how to tear down your walls and teaching you how to be emotionally available without losing your power. You give your power away and you say, I was being emotionally available. No, the fuck you weren't. Okay? Again, I repeat, this is without losing your power. You'll learn to regulate your emotions so you can show up as your best self, not your triggered, overly emotional and chaotic self. Okay? Lastly, now in week 8, we have emotional intelligence. embracing power and integration. This is your glow up and show up, okay? In other words, it is your fucking badass transformation and unfuckwithable confidence. So let me be clear when I say that, okay? Emotionally intelligence, it's not just some fluffy concept, okay? It's your superpower. It's all the vibe and all the power that is coursing through your damn veins. And why, you may ask? Because you'll learn to stop reacting from fear, start responding with confidence, and learn to finally feel at home in your own skin. I mean, hell, can you really imagine walking into every room like you belong there? Like you own that fucking room with your presence and you could have anything that you desire. This is always my favorite week because you get to celebrate your growth, integrating everything you've learned, and you get to step into the unapologetic, powerful version of you that you've been working so hard to be. This is about not playing small anymore. This is where you fucking thrive. Okay, so obviously, after hearing all this program isn't for everyone. And I'll completely understand and be transparent with you. If you're looking for quick fixes or feel good fluff, keep scrolling. Don't waste either of our time because we don't have time for that shit, right? This is for the women who are done with excuses, who are ready to own their shit, face their fears, and finally step into the badass, unapologetic version of themselves. Because here's the truth. Healing isn't linear. It's not easy. And it's not Instagram pretty. It's crying on your kitchen floor at 2 a.m. It's saying no to people who won't like it or accept it. It's feeling uncomfortable as hell while you rewrite decades of bullshit. Okay? It's getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. But babe, if you are that woman who's done with excuses, then I promise this program is fucking worth it. Because on the other side of all that mess, that's where you find peace, confidence, connection, power, communication. Do you feel that? Commitment. That's where you find you. You are committed to yourself. So are you ready to stop spinning your wheels and start actually healing? Are you ready to stop surviving and start thriving? If you are, then this is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to head to realrawrelationships.com and book your spot. This isn't just another program. It's your reset button, your chance to reclaim your life, your confidence, and your relationships. And if you're thinking, maybe later, right? Let me hit you with the same truth, okay? Later, it's just an excuse, and later is never going to fucking happen. Now, you deserve right now. You don't deserve later. You deserve and have earned the right to start now, okay? No more BS, bullshit excuses, nothing, okay? Now, with that, I want to thank you for tuning into another episode of Real Raw Relationships. Now, if this hit home, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more unfiltered conversations about love, healing, and all things fucking relationships and no BS fluff. Now, until next time, remember, you're not broken. You're just buried under years of bullshit. And together, we're going to dig you the fuck out, okay? So let's fucking go, and I'll see you next time. Bye, babe.